Hey, happy VEDIO. Today I wanted to share with you my favorite podcasts. It's a very gloomy day. What else am I gonna do? Fair warning, I listen to a weird array of podcasts. It's kind of like a niche group. Like I don't know if you like these podcasts, but like some of them are like talk nonsense podcasts where people just kind of carry on conversations, and I listen to them because I like the personalities of the people. But if you don't know the people, you might think it's just kind of dumb. But I guess you're here to find out. We'll start with a podcast that's not so weird. It's on Apheresis Podcast. It's called On Apheresis Unqualified. And basically, she has a celebrity guest on every week, and they just kind of like talk it out. They do like icebreakers, and she asks them questions, and then they have an advice segment where they have an actual caller like call in and ask a question and like get advice on their whole situation. It's usually about love and stuff, and it's so interesting and entertaining, and I love Anna Faris, and she's so funny, and her voice is very soothing. I don't know what order to go in, but we'll go to another not weird one. This is This American Life. This is probably the most normal podcast I listen to. It's NPR, This American Life. I freaking love it. It's just stories and vignettes on American culture and all kinds of crap. You learn a lot, but it's also incredibly interesting, and I love Ira Glass. So if you've never listened to This American Life, you can listen to like the 4 most recent episodes on iTunes, but then like you have to download that app. Anyway, I love it. I listened to like almost all of the episodes this summer on my commute to and from work. Let's get into the weird stuff. There are 3 podcasts that I love that are basically just by YouTubers. If you've ever heard of Wheezy Waiter, he and his wife China do a podcast called Story Not Story, and basically the premise is they make up stories on the spot and tell them to each other. Just a completely improvised story, and it usually just gets kind of like nonsensical and insane, but it's nice to listen to, and it's very sweet and cute, and they're very whimsical, and I love them. Another podcast I listen to is called Friday Night In by Joanna Spicer and Haley Blay. They're 2 of my favorite YouTubers right now. They're just some women doing the thing. Sometimes they don't talk about anything in particular. They'll just banter about like anything, and their sense of humor is just, if you like really silly people, they're really silly. They have like little segments, like sometimes they'll have guests on, and they have a segment called Crush of the Week. They do like a little advice part, but other than that, I just really like their personalities, and I think they're just little cuties. The last podcast I'm gonna mention is probably the weirdest of them all. It's called Dynamic Banter, and it's by Steve Zaragoza and Mike Falzone. I got to meet Mike Falzone at Bufferfest and tell him that I love his podcast. It's basically just 2 funny guys making 0 sense whatsoever. They just have like conversation, they tell stories, and they talk about their lives, and they have a segment called History Road, which is where someone writes in and tells a story that's sometimes nonsensical, sometimes it's true. And they have a lot of just really strange segments of them just being silly. If you like silly humor, I guess that's the kind of person I am. I guess I just like silly humor. Lots of quips, lots just funny guys doing funny things. I don't know, you might like it, you might not. But it's definitely my cup of tea. Let me know which podcast you listen to, because I'm always looking for new ones. These are the ones that I listen to basically every single week. But if there are some podcasts that you absolutely love and you want to tell me about them, please let me know. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't and you like me. Oh my gosh, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.